Phoenix is an impositioning tool especially designed for the packaging and label industry. This video will go over and demonstrate some of the powerful capabilities of Phoenix. First off, I will start with a general look and feel of the interface. It's a very intuitive program to work with. This is your main workspace. On the left you got your products you will import. You got a tab here with your different presses, so B1, B2, digital, your stock dimensions and your plates. On the right side you got the properties of your job with information about the cost, the waste, colors used, plate count, things like that. You got your different layers, the inks used in the job and the different items on your workspace. And down here you got your marks panel. Got a whole bunch of pre-configured mark sets like bearer bars, calibration marks, registration marks, and you can create any new mark you want to use or you need in your workflow. On top here you got your toolbars. You got measuring tools, scissor tools, zooming tools. This is positioning tools, X and Y positioning, width, height, rotation, to block certain items in your workspace, in your job. You got your 9-point tool here to really fine-tune your positioning of one product unit compared to the other. And up here you got your different file menus and edit different menus. So to start off, very easy. Everything in Phoenix works with drag and drop. Here you got your plus button to start a new job, or directly into the file menu, new job. That's always how you have to start. Then you got your blank workspace here with already different information about your job, and always the same thing, drag and drop. So let's choose a B1 sheet fed offset, and down here you got more information. So B1, the dimension of your sheet, your run length, your time, your cost and your waste. If I double click this press, this is the configuration. So you have to configure, in the initial setup you have to define your speed, so 15,000 sheets per hour. You can change this to sheets per minute, square feet, square meters per hour, as you like. The cost per hour, so the cost of your press per hour, the time it takes, the make ready time per color, and the minimum run length. So starting from how many sheets do you wish to use this press. So that's the turn point, most likely the turn point between digital or offset. Then your sheet parameters, the minimum and maximum width and height, and minimum and maximum stock thickness that this press can process. And all this information will be taken in account to estimate your cost and your time the particular job will take. Then Phoenix, you can import either CAD files, so all the major formats, CF2, DDES, DXF, any formats, any major format we can process, or you can import a PDF, directly a PDF or an Illustrator file. I'll start off with a CAD file. So if you choose CAD file, in your file dialog you automatically only get the files, the CAD files. So in this you got some CF2s here. Let's check this one. It opens up a dialog, the ordered, so how many units would you need? So it's per default is 1000. You can change this here. Let's say we need 2000. The type of stock, so your paper kind, and the grain direction. The grain direction is important when you want to combine products, so make sure that horizontal products with the horizontal grain are combined with ganked with the same direction, grain direction of another product. You can map your CFF2 line type, so your cut line, your crease lines, your bleeds, your annotation lines. So this looks fine. Okay. Now you got your product. You got either here layout view and product view. If you got a sheetwise or a perfecting job, you can switch between the back and the front. Now you just select your product and let's choose an artwork for the CF2 file. So this is the mini spruce. Let's select that one, and it automatically snaps it in place. This is one of the key features of Phoenix. It's auto snap. So based on the inks that Phoenix detects in the artwork, it will automatically outline the die shape, so the CF2 file with the artwork. So you can see here, auto snap with ink. If you slide this here, that's the original PDF that's behind the CF2 file. So your front, your back, and an information panel. And if you choose this button, auto snap with ink, you can say either these are the inks it detects. So you get the front, the back. If you say here the back, it will automatically take the back artwork. So let's do it auto snap with ink for the front. That's fine. Okay. Now we go into layout view. We'll drag and drop this product to the workspace. Place it on the top here, on the top left bottom. Now Phoenix has got some tools to do the impositioning. You got a semi-automatic tool, the step and repeat tool. That's to make a repeat of the same units. So you got one unit. This is the preset I already saved for the demo. I'll start off with this one, autofill pack single cut. So autofill means that will automatically fill up the sheet within the dimensions with repeats of this product. I'll just put this to the right so you can see it better. So now we got a tool here to define the gap, the horizontal gap, so the distance between the two units from side to side, from middle to middle, or intelligence. So let's say I need at least 1 millimeter. Same for the vertical, 1 millimeter. Now this is a head turn on rows or a head turn on columns. So you can switch, you can turn your products, all your products on a row 180 degrees, just like that. And this will turn your products 90 degrees. So each unit rotated 90 degrees. So this way you can try out the different versions and try to get as many product repeats on one sheet as possible. You also got a stagger tool here, so stagger up or stagger right. You can see it always starts to fit better. So let's say 50%, this looks pretty good. And then you can also say restart this after the second line or after the third line. This looks pretty okay. So you can see it's already pretty nicely embedded. This is to autofill within the sheet margins or customized margins you can also set for the top, the bottom, the left and the right. This is the one I had saved here, and it looks pretty the same. So now if you take the number tool, you can check how many items you will have on this sheet. You can number these with letters, Roman ciphers, or just normal ciphers. Like this, like that. You got different options as well. Apply all. Now you got the product count, the count of repeats of your product. Now Phoenix can also do the same thing but fully automatic. So the step and repeat tool is a semi-automatic tool to make repetition of one unit. I'll just remove them again. Remove product items. Okay. But now we also got ganging tools. So you can auto-impose this, do this automatically. So auto-impose to automatically calculate and generate different layouts with information about cost, time, waste, all those kind of things based on the initial setup. So for B1 with this dimension, you will need 35 sheets. The cost will be 1,803 euros with a waste of 27.58%. The press time, the sheet usage, overruns. So you have 30 units on the last sheet. You will have 30 overruns, 30 units overrun. And on this, based on this, you got different options here. You can choose which is the best option for you. So just say this one, for example. You just double click it, and it applies it to the sheet. Okay, here you got your properties as well, all your information. So your run length is 36, your time, your plate count. You got 6 colors. These are the inks here. You got your different inks. So you will need 6 plates. So the plate cost, the stock cost, the press cost, all kind of different information. Now if you need some marks, you got your marks library down here. Let's say I'll need bearer bars on the sides. So these are intelligent. Bearer bars are intelligent. Either doesn't matter where I drop my mouse, it will place the bearer bars on position. This you can configure here. So if you need a new kind of mark, for example a color patch or you can say it's smart or manual. Manual means that wherever you drop your mouse it will place it. Smart is you can configure where exactly on the sheet you need it. So continue, all kind of different configurations. So you can say place the mark on the left corner, the second one on the right bottom corner. Done, and now you get a new mark set. If you place this wherever you drop your mouse, it will place it exactly where you configured it. So I got all different kinds. Let's see a CMYK color patch as well. Places on top of every product. So based on this, on your marks library, you can place any kind of mark that you need. Now, pretty unique for Phoenix is that you can do exactly the same thing, but without the need of CAD file tools. So again, let's choose B1, sheet dimension, import the product. Now I'm not going to import the CAD file, but directly a PDF or an Illustrator file. So this is the same file that we had before. Let's say again 2000 units, type of paper, the grain direction, okay. Now as you can see, I didn't import CAD file, it's a PDF, but based on the inks that you used in the PDF, you can say, well, detect me the die shape from the inks. It will detect the 3 inks that you used. So let's say for the front. Also, if you got any crease lines or bleed lines in your product, it will also detect them, and you can apply these from that as well. Okay. So it's exactly the same thing, but without a CF2 file. So you don't really need any CF2 software. You can do exactly the same thing with Phoenix as you would with a CF2 file. So again, auto impose. It will again generate all different kind of options based on waste or sort them by cost or by waste. When you choose one, it auto applies this. But the ganging tools are actually to combine different products, not only to auto-impose one product to make a repeat, but to combine different products. So let's import a couple of them more. Some here. Let's say this one. Let's say 3000 of this one. Okay. Again, it imports a PDF, but you can say die shape from inks. This got an ink that's called die line. Okay, that's perfect. And then one more product. This one, for example. It's the back. It's a file for the back. This one here. 1000 units of that one. Perfect. Again, inks from die shape from inks. And now when I go to my layout, I'll use, this is another tool, the auto optimize. It's actually the same as the auto impose. But when I use auto optimize, I can say, well, in my company we have a B2 and a B1. We don't do digital, only sheet fed. Specify the gutters as well. Continue. Now these are all the dimensions of sheets that these two presses can take on. So let's say, give me the results for these two kinds. Then it will generate different results based on cost and waste for these two kind of presses. Give it some time. Still generating results here. Okay, 100%. So you got 32 different options. The cheapest will be the B1. With your run length, again, a different kind of information. Run length, the cost, waste, press time, sheet usage. And when you go down, you see here should be somewhere the cheapest B2 option. This B1 is the cheapest. So if you say, let's select this one. So as you can see, this is an auto impositioning of the 3 different product types. So not just a repeat of one product, but different kind of products. Then again, you can place the different marks that you need. These are the inks here used in the job. Okay, now a different option is, I'll start a new job again. Let's select the B2 this time, and a different stock dimension. I think it's this one I normally use. You can also import a fixed layout. So let's say here, import a die layout. If you want to use the same layout, specific layout, this one for example, you can import this. We'll center it, select it to the gutter. Okay. I have to place this to 0 properties. I don't need any units of this one, I just need the layout. When you import the layout, it automatically generates a 1-up as well. So 0 of this one. And you can import a CSV file. Import products from a CSV. So I got my CSV import samples here. The CSV contains the name of the product, the units ordered, the width, the height, the stock, the grain direction, allowed rotation, so if you can rotate the product 90, 80%, 180 degrees or not. You bleed, an artwork file for the back, for the front, a cut ink, crease ink, bleed ink, cut layer, so any kind, auto snap ink, cat file, cat design, spacing, so the space needed between the different products. You can specify all this in your CSV file. When importing the different products, so when I choose one, you can see it's a complete PDF. It's a flower tag. You got your information panel here, but it auto snaps this with the ink used in the job. When I go to the layout, I also got an auto populate tool. So as you can see, I need 60,000 units of this product, 30,000 of this. You got a bunch of different products here, 60,000 to 120 of this kind. When I use the auto populate ganging tool, it will automatically give me several results sorted by cost or by waste of this imposition. So for B2 of 503.53 dimension, I will need 15,000 sheets. This is the cost, the waste, the press time, sheet usage, and I'm using an existing layout. So this again is ordered by cost. If I double click it, it should auto apply this. Yes, that's it. I can zoom in here. You can check it. It looks pretty nice. We also got an overlaps tool. It will analyze the overlaps in the job. So this is where the bleeds of the different products overlap, and you can correct this. You can say this will be product A and product B. You can say overlap A over B, B over A, or split it in the middle. Or you can just easily split all the overlaps in the middle. Go back to the job. Come on. Okay. You got here an output preview tool. You can see what it's going to look like. And then in the end, of course, well, you got your different export options. You can export your layout in JDF, in PDF, or in PostScript format. And your cut file, you can export it, your cutting layout, you can export it in CFF2 as well. You can export a separate cutting JDF or a varnish separation. Or also generate reports in PDF, XML, or JSON format. Okay, I think this will cover most of the features, the main features of Phoenix. If you got any more specific questions, you can always contact us as well, of course. Thanks.